Folks, hello, excuse me, and welcome to Tavern Chat. I'm your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, and yes, I still have Omicron! Uh, Transformers Unite! Or some shit like that. I have no clue. Um, I've had worse flus. I've had pneumonia. That was certainly much worse. This is accompanied by brain fog. So, um, less congestion, but even more dopey 10 cars, which I'm sure there's a handful of you out there who are like, yes, more dopey 10 car. This is what we want. Now, to tell you the truth, I was going to initially cover some of the Dungeon Hobby Shop because they've been, you can now sign up for games at the Dungeon Hobby Shop, $100 a seat for certain games. I was going to go over that and some of their sponsors, but then I'll have to wait because I should probably be less dopey before I cover that. But on top of that, there is a licensed D&D self-help book coming out later in 2022, August 23rd to be exact. And if the initial sales page on Amazon is any any kind of hint as to what's going to be forthcoming, it's going to be a train wreck. So I figured, let me cover this. Give the poor schleps over there in Wisconsin, let them get a breather. You know, they I, I feel sorry sometimes. But in any case, look at now. If you look at your screen, you can see that I've highlighted the main title, "How to Be More D&D," because the first D is capitalized and the second D is not. So I go, all right, well, that's sloppy, right? So then let's go down to the product description. And that's where it all falls apart because they copied this from another website. Because it is copied with things like the formatting. I can see bold, brackets, I guess color, italics. It's unreadable. It is, I don't know if I can make this any bigger. Probably can't. But it is literally unreadable. So I had to go through it. I had to copy and paste it, which is what I did. And then I had to put it into a Word document and then remove all the formatting notes to make this readable. So this is what you're in this is what your future holds. And this really scares me about the soul of gaming. Okay? Because I understand it's all about marketing, it's all about making money off it. Wizards of the Coast, all they looked at was okay, this woman has done work for Wizards of the Coast in the past. She's a known entity. How bad could this be? She's not gonna. We'll just make sure we have like final approval of the actual words. Make sure she isn't doing anything horrible, like uh, mocking any protected groups. Okay, I don't think she is. But if your protected group is, I don't know, somebody with half a brain, you're certainly being mocked. Um, Tackle life with advantage, not disadvantage. Tackle life with two d20s and take the better d20. Tackle life with advantage with this officially licensed guide to life. Guide to life. I'm going to be taking advice from my gathering. I looked at what she has a self-publishing company. God bless her. Obviously, she's making money. She's apparently, I guess, she's making full-time income off this. That's great. But I don't know if she can actually give us a guide to life. But a guide to life inspired by the world of Dungeons and Dragons. Now, maybe is the world Dungeons and Dragons the Forgotten Realms? Is there that would be the official setting, right? Or is there a world beyond that? That's the world of Dungeons and Dragons. I don't even know. This playful, inspirational book invites fantasy lovers and fans of Dungeons and Dragons to celebrate and incorporate different elements of this iconic tabletop game in their lives and help them live their best, geekiest life. Now, remember when you were younger, being a geek was not something that wear proudly on your chest, but now it is, right? Live your best, geekiest life. No, I rather my best life. And I will say, have I used skills from role playing games in real life? Certainly. I certainly remember as a rookie cop being in at least one or two situations where I had no idea what to do and wasn't covered by the patrol guide. And I said to myself, all right, guess what? You're going to role play being a police officer right now. And in that role playing mindset, what's the right decision? You know, it worked. So I'm not saying that role playing games can't help you with your life. They can't. They can certainly give you life skills. I don't think a book about D&D is going to give you life skills unless you really come to the table with nothing. And all right, yes, there's a certain sector of this hobby. This book's not going to help them though. They may think it will. It's just going to put them deeper into that rabbit hole they call life. So, written by Kat Kruger, the Dungeon Master of the popular Dungeons and Dragons actual playcast D20 Games. Okay, I'll admit I never heard of it, but I'm not as wide into podcasts as I used to be. You'll learn how to take the skills, knowledge, and sense of adventure from your D&D campaign to help you better understand everything from how you interact with the world around you to facing the random events that life sometimes throws at you. Because it's like the D&D game, right? And there's those random events tables that you have to worry about. With advice from classic player characters. Sorry, with advice from classic player classes. So these iconic classes are going to give you advice. Like the fighter. Okay. Warlock. Bard. Monk or ranger. Now, maybe it's just me, but I would think that fighter, magic user, cleric, thief, or whatever they call them now. They're not thieves, right? They're expert treasure hunters. No. They're adventurers. Whatever you call a thief these days, because you can't call it a thief because that would not be politically correct. And ways to make your experiences as a player or a DM and use them in your day-to-day life. Okay. How to Be More D&D also features interactive elements like building your character and dungeon master state of mind. I have no fucking clue what a dungeon master state of mind is. What? I'm a killer DM, and I'd like to kill everybody I see on the streets. And this book gave me the tools to accomplish that. Is that what we're talking about? Yeah, I don't know. But where was I? Quizzes like, what is your class? And paired with rich, full color art from the world of Dungeons and Dragons. Again, what is this world of Dungeons and Dragons? Is the world of are we talking Forgotten Realms? We're not talking Greyhawk. Whether it is building your real world character, discovering your ideal class and strengths. Okay, I mean, listen, we all did it as a kid. Right? I think that, you know what? Are we going to have to detail ourselves? I said, all right, I'll admit, I've only got like a 13 strength, but my intelligence is like a 17. My charisma is at least a 15. Dexterity, maybe a 10. But my charisma is a 16 because everybody wants to have those built-in hit point bonus. Come on. Are we going to stat ourselves out in this game? It looks like it, you know. Your ideal class and strengths harness the 3 pillars of play for everyday use. The 3 pillars of play. This really sounds like one of those. We're gonna come to the hotel. We've got this great talk we're going to be having about self-help. All you got to do is $20 at the table, and and we're selling tapes you can take home with you, so you can continue your journey. Or use role-playing techniques to your advantage. How to Be More D&D explores how to enjoy the campaign known as life. The campaign known as life. Honest to God, if you can't separate reality from fucking gaming, this book is not going to help you. And it's a perfect gift for any tabletop gamer or D&D fan. Dungeons and Dragons, D&D, and their respective logos, and the dragon ampersand are registered trademarks of Wizards of the Coast 2022. Wizards of the Coast, all rights reserved. Holy shit! I mean, I weep. I honest to God. I've seen a lot of strange stuff in my times, but this is going to be it. If you need this book to complete your life, don't take this the wrong way, but I don't think your life can be completed. All right, there's a lot more missing. Now, if you take this as a joke, right, which it's got to be a joke. There's no way in hell that anybody is going to get value out of this besides looking at it and going, holy fucking shit. They want me to pay $18 for a joke. All right, $12 in Kindle. But I don't think it's being treated as a joke. This is the branching out. All in a year or two, we're going to have from Hasbro, Hero Quest in your daily life. How to turn Monopoly into real world money. I mean, these are the self-help books we're probably going to see. So, it's not April 1st. I wish it was. So, yes, there is shit out there that's dumber than any of the shit that we can do with our own corner of the hobby. And this is one of them. So, God bless you, Wizards of the Coast, for licensing this. You started out the year as number one stupid. So, thank you. Folks, on that note, I am still in the midst of the world of COVID. Okay. My sinuses are not what they should be. I'm still ass dragging, and I've got a brain fog, which again, some people might be going 2 thumbs up. I just find it annoying, but it also means that I can't do certain things and figure I'll do that well. So hopefully tomorrow I'll wake up with a little bit less brain fog and I can tackle a bunch of emails that are outstanding for the last week. So if you've been waiting, I will get to it. Folks, like I said, I'm an example. COVID is real, although Omicron is not as horrible as it could be. So, at least in my case. Double vaxxed, boosted, but and I take supplements up the wazoo. Vitamin D, zinc, and vitamin C. I'm not giving medical advice. This is just what I have seen and read that doctors have supposed helps you with your immunity against viruses such as COVID. All right. Listen, be safe, be well. God bless. This new year, please, God bless everybody. Roll your dice, roll them well. The only advantage you have is the advantage you give yourself. And God willing, I will be back again tomorrow. All right, folks. Thank you. I do appreciate it, even though I look like shit. Laters.